A civic poll, a municipal election where you've heard things like Jinnah and surgical strikes and biryani, and now you're seeing the absolute big guns of the BJP, from Yogi Adityanath to Smriti Irani, and very shortly people like JP Nadda and even Union Home Minister Amit Shah descending to campaign for what is, on the ground of it and on the face of it, a civic municipal election. On Newstrack today, as you're going to see over the next 40 minutes, we're asking, is this about something much bigger than just Hyderabad?
Hyderabad को आ रहे तो बाबा जरा इनको अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह की बिरयानी तो खिलाओ, थोड़ा होश ठिकाने आता।
Owaisi is Muhammad Ali Jinnah's new avatar. We must defeat him.
TRS and the MIM will not stand by the average Indian, but choose to stand by illegal immigrants so that they can politically gain.
Never has the country seen such big guns blazing for a municipality election. Temperatures have been soaring all month as the Greater Hyderabad civic body prepares to go to polls. For any external observer, the high voltage rhetoric,
को अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह की बिरयानी तो खिलाओ, थोड़ा होश ठिकाने आता।
the ferocious polarizing attacks,
Owaisi is Muhammad Ali Jinnah's new avatar.
and the unprecedented deployment of the BJP's top guns, including Home Minister Amit Shah himself, has raised two big questions. The most obvious one, why is the BJP in such top gear for a municipality election? The show of strength is unusual, even if you accept that the BJP's hunger for election victories and the fact that it has been galvanized for over a year to capitalize on valuable electoral gains in Telangana. But there's a less obvious question. Is the unusually belligerent campaigning in Hyderabad actually aimed at something outside the state? In fact, at a different election entirely, the West Bengal elections, which are 6 months away. There are good reasons why such a speculation isn't too far-fetched. For starters, the highly dramatic daily face-offs between the BJP and Asauddin Owaisi's AIMIM could be to suggest a no-holds-barred rivalry at a time when the two parties have been accused of being in cahoots for mutual political gains with joint polarization. 2. The narrative on outsiders. Rohingyas play well into the political landscape of West Bengal. 3. BJP's ferocious attack on appeasement politics of KCR will find resonance in its narrative against Mamata Banerjee in Bengal. While the BJP says it fights all elections separately and with equal seriousness, and that its chief overriding pitch is development and progress, the sheer weaponry the party has fielded in a municipality election suggests that the real prize could be something much bigger. Union Home Minister Amit Shah has gone on record to say that the BJP's true strength will be realized when it storms the former left bastions of Bengal and Kerala. Will Hyderabad prepare the launch pad and provide the necessary lead? Bureau Report, India Today.
So the big question that we're asking now is this really going to be about something other than just Hyderabad? Yes, the BJP fights all elections, with a great deal of seriousness. You cannot fault the BJP for having ambitions and working hard for any election, even though, it is something completely new, even if it is a civic body, municipal election in Hyderabad. But the question we're asking is a very simple one. Is this about something much bigger? Joining us live on the Newstrack this evening, Tom Badakan, spokesperson of the BJP. Riju Datta is a political analyst. He speaks in favor of the Trinamool Congress. Abid Rasool Khan is a leader of the ruling TRS in Telangana. And Kalyani Shankar is a very well-known political commentator. We had also invited the All India, the AIMIM of Asauddin Owaisi, but they declined to join this debate. They've been declining to join all of my debates over the last 3 days. I'm guessing they want to restrict their rhetoric to the election battlefield. To you first, Tom Badakan, the sense on the ground is, I mean, there are observers, a lot of us on the outside, and I've been putting a spotlight on the Hyderabad campaign for the last 4 days. In fact, all through this week, sir. And the sense is that, yes, the BJP can never be faulted for, deploying its best assets and resources. And, it doesn't matter whether it is a Lok Sabha election or a municipal election. The same kind of hunger is visible in the BJP. But there is this sense that this is maybe not so much about just Hyderabad. Surely there are gains to be made in Telangana, which the BJP is very clear about. But there are many echoes for what happens here in a place like Bengal. How would you address that?
Shiv, I want to give a litmus test to you.
Yes.
I mean, the point here is GHMC elections cover a whopping 24 assembly constituencies, constituting 20% of the total seat. Okay? Telangana is a small state.
Yes.
And we are also targeting the assembly elections. We have done and come down from the ranks. We are fighting it. Every fight, as you rightly said, is a fight to the finish. We believe that if we are a fighting machine, we are making an entry in GHMC. And I will also draw your attention to the financial status of GHMC, which is at the lowest ebb. They have not even don't even have money for the salaries. Look at the kind of mismanagement the GHMC is in. The flood mismanagement and what have you. Whichever party wins will have a Herculean task to set it right.
Okay.
And now all this is a mission,
Okay.
Now, whether any election influences some other election, as you have pointed out, that it is Bengal, it can be Kerala, it can be Tamil Nadu, it can be anything. So let me complete this.
Yes.
Now, whether it is Rohingya, there are common factors. Rohingya is in Hyderabad, or whether it's in West Bengal, they all are interrelated. And we have such a powerful media. And good friends like you would always say, they are targeting them. Nazar idhar hai. There's a song also that
yes.
I don't want to go into
Nigahein, kahin pe nishana. Absolutely. No, I'm saying
that's not the case. That's not the case.
Okay, you're saying that's not the case. Let's get the others. I'll get into the GHMC in a bit. Let's take this one at a time, Tom. Abid Rasool Khan, what do you think? One of the reasons, one of the speculated reasons that we've put out for why the actual Nishana may be West Bengal and not. I'm not trying to play down the importance of the GHMC. It's very important. There are many gains to be made. I'm not lessening that. I am just saying that there are some very big collateral gains to be made, perhaps in a place like West Bengal. For example, Abid Rasool Khan, this fierce rivalry between the BJP and OAC, which is being dramatized in a very big fashion right now, could be to try and underplay the kind of narrative that has been built up, especially after Bihar, that the BJP and Team OAC are in cahoots with joint polarization. It's not me saying it. The rivals of the BJP have said it. Abid Rasool Khan.
Yeah, Shiv, first of all, BJP is not contesting these elections for the first time. They have very seriously contested the last election also.
Yes.
And they ended up with only 2 corporators. So we welcome their seriousness. We also want them to be serious about the elections, and we also welcome the leaders to Telangana to come and canvass. We have no issues with that. The issue which is being cropped up is the language, is the policy, is the ideology that is being thrust upon the people of Hyderabad, which is not acceptable. And definitely the whole of the country is on this opinion that in a municipal corporation, these type of languages and these type of division is definitely not acceptable. Now, replying to Mr. Tom Vadakan, I would say that GHMC is definitely an important corporation of Telangana. It is financially very strong. Telangana is also financially very strong. As a matter of fact, Telangana contributed 2,72,000 crores to the kitty of central government in the last 5 years.
No doubt
and
about its importance.
They have received only 1,40,000 back. So we are given surplus money, And as a young state which has just been formed, it's appreciable that this state has come to this level to be called the #1 state and the #1 city of the country.
Okay.
As far as GHMC elections are concerned, as far as Rohingya, no, I'll finish it.
Yeah.
As far as Rohingya issue is there, it is a matter of responsibility of the center to see that the borders are properly protected and there is no infiltration, there are no illegal people coming into the border, and BJP is the government there and it is their responsibility.
Okay.
I am ashamed to say that they are putting that responsibility onto us.
Okay.
As far as BJP
On
and
that-
Majlis is concerned, I will not comment on that. It is for them to comment and they will understand.
Okay, we're staying
They have
away
to
from the
state what is their
specific
policies on
campaign
that, yeah.
issues here. I am simply taking a broader view here about politics in general because there's another very big election season coming up. Tom has been very gracious. He has said there is nothing like that. We are fighting this election with focus here. But, you know, whether some of these issues find resonance and echoes in other elections, I mean, that could happen. It cannot be ruled out. Riju, I want to bring you in on this, you know, because we've got guests on the Telangana issue, but I wanted to bring you in, Riju, because the Trinamool has been one of the most, adamantly pointing at this whole supposed alleged BJP OAC partnership. It is the TMC which is called OAC, the Team B of the BJP, something that the BJP denies. What are you making and what is the Trinamool making of this big, very amplified rivalry that's playing out over a civic election in Hyderabad?
See, BJP contesting the civic elections is their call. I sincerely don't want to comment on that.
No, I'm asking about the BJP OAC, narrative that's playing out in this campaign. Because it goes way beyond the civic election.
I'm going to tell you that. See, Of course. And Mr. Owaisi very categorically stating after his results in the Bihar elections that he is going to field candidates in the 2021 Bengal elections clearly states what is there in his mind. He was in 2014 when he won 7 seats in the Telangana elections. He's a regional party, but since 2014 he has never come to Bengal. There has been COVID pandemic. There has been Amphan in Bengal. He has never come. Just 6 months before, his heart is bleeding for the Muslim community of Bengal. So people have understood his game plan, and you have to understand in Bihar elections the Bengali culture is not monolithic as the Bihari culture. You have to focus on the human responsibilities of the Muslims when it comes to the politics in Bengal.
So you're basically agreeing, Riju.
The people of Bengal,
so you're
especially our brothers.
Are you saying it's
Yes,
a fixed
and
match that is being dramatized in Hyderabad as well? Are you saying that?
The Owaisi AIMIM party, yes, AIMIM party and Mr. Asauddin Owaisi is labelled in Bengal by the Muslim community and in general the people of Bengal as the vote cutter in Bengal and indirectly aiding BJP in the upcoming elections.
Okay.
It's very clear. It's very clear. That's what they have done in Bihar.
Kalyani Shankar, what is your view on this, ma'am? On the Owaisi versus BJP factor that, it is unusual. The reason I'm touching upon this, ma'am, is because the temperatures that have been achieved between these two parties in the civic election campaign is unusual. And that is what is making one think that there is a larger game plan as far as Bengal is concerned. What is your view?
Well, as you rightly said, BJP wants to divide the Muslim votes there. And if he goes, even if he is able to get 2,000 votes or 1,000 votes, 500 votes in every constituency, it will be minus for Trinamool Congress and Congress also. So that is one game.
Okay.
The other thing is that anybody who wants to, any party who is hungry, as you said, they have to keep up the momentum. So the BJP has to keep up the momentum in Bihar, what they have done in Bihar. So now the next door is Tamil Nadu. On the northern side is Calcutta, Bengal. And then below that is Kerala. So once they do this very well in Hyderabad elections, then, they can climb up on that Bihar, then here, and just before that, they had won in that by-election in Telangana. So it is all one step-by-step thing.
Okay.
So there is nothing wrong in their doing all this.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
That is a question mark. And also the kind of language which they are using, both sides, it's really not very good, I would say.
I want to give our viewers an example of this. Tom, before I come back to you so you can reply to both Abid Rasool Khan and Riju, let me just play out for you the latest in the kind of weaponry that has been used. And once again, it is Owaisi versus the BJP. See what he said today and see how the BJP replied. You make up your mind whether this sounds like a civic poll election. Look. Okay, we're going to get those sound bites in just a moment. Okay, while we wait for those sound bites, Tom, you want to reply to what Riju said? Abid Rasool Khan also made a point. Riju of the TMC says that this is a fixed match. There is an overt attempt to kind of highlight and amplify this rivalry between the BJP and Owaisi on a daily basis in this civic election, so that in the later elections, if you are accused of being in cahoots with Owaisi, you can see how can we be in cahoots with a person that we've had so much of rivalry for in just a couple of weeks ago.
Well, Shiv, you can read anything to it. I mean, there's always an argument, there's a game plan, there's a master plan.
Yeah.
We are fighting an election. And this AIMIM is essentially supporting TRS, okay? You're not supporting the Bharatiya Janata Party. That's a reality, okay? Second, as to the question of TMC, they have been kind of running after AIMIM candidates, and there is a rivalry that exists between them. So they have taken serious view of the Owaisi team. So what have we got to do with it? Yes, we are fighting a fierce battle with anybody who comes and stands in between us in a power struggle. So it is not a question of we wanting to promote A person or B person. The reality is there's a war going on, and it's a political war. In a political war, it's like in the Battle of Mahabharata. We don't look at who is there. We are fighting for an end, and we will fight it through. Now, if you say, well, they are friends, ultimately they are supporting each other, that's absolute nonsense.
Okay.
We are fighting for a cause, and Rohingyas issue is one serious matter that we are addressing. And they say that it is our job. You give protection to them in your state, and you use them as vote bank, and you blame us, because ultimately these are the people they use as fuel for their vote bank. And under these circumstances, we are supposed to look after the border. Where is the border that Rohingyas come from? Which is the state which borders and which opens up? And these people migrate to these places and they are protected. Who's answering those questions?
Okay.
And then, if he is used, they are used as fodder
In many
for election
ways,
purposes.
Tom, you're a very wise politician. You've said that there's nothing connected with Bengal, but in some ways, the subtext of what you're saying actually kind of validates what I'm asking. Just take a look at some of the things that are happening in Hyderabad right now that could have some kind of a resonance or an impact in the Bengal elections. Yes, Tom says that, this is not an intentional thing. We journalists tend to dramatize game plans and master plans. But just take a look. Tom himself just said it. There's been this specific attack on Rohingyas and infiltrators that has taken place. Direct echo in West Bengal. There's been an attack on appeasement of minorities by KCR. Direct echo on the narrative against Mamata Banerjee. The BJP-Owaisi rivalry is likely to, is likely sort of crafted to blunt Mamata Banerjee's charge, against the BJP and Owaisi being partners in politics. The narrative against anti-nationals, the narrative of questioning the armed forces, all of this, has a direct line with what's going on in West Bengal. Riju, the fact that the BJP's election hunger, translates into a kind of momentum, as Kalyani ma'am also mentioned, obviously means that the BJP cannot be faulted for using even small platforms like a civic election, to create and maintain that kind of momentum for a larger prize like West Bengal.
Yes, Shiv. Like Mr. Vadakan pointed out, it's a political war that is going on, and their main objective is to win the elections by hook or by crook. Fine, I have no issues with that. But let me reiterate my point why, no matter what ploys they use, no matter Sam, Dam, Dand, Bhed, whatever they use for Bengal, BJP and Mr. Owaisi even jointly cannot come to power in Bengal. Just give me 2 minutes to explain that, please. When we referred to Shiv in the last debate, I clearly remember you said that the fight is between the face of Modi ji and Mamata Banerjee, right? But you have to understand that the people of Bengal are politically intelligent and they are extremely secular. So this appeasement politics and this divisive politics is not going to work, because TMC appeases humanity and we are a secular government. Now, when we refer the voters, when it comes to the grassroots level, the voters, rather than going into all these analysis, they believe, they go by their heart, and what they vote for people who they think is right and who they think will be beside them. Now Modi ji, when Modi ji's face BJP is campaigning, we know that he is the Prime Minister of this country and he is based out of Delhi. He is not based out of Calcutta or Bengal. Secondly, when we referred to him as Modi ji, not as Dada ji, Mama ji, Chacha ji or Fufa ji. Same thing for Owaisi Saab. He is based out of Hyderabad. He is not going to be in Bengal to hear the pleas for the so-called Muslim community that he is crying for now. So who's going to be there in Bengal? Mamata Banerjee is going to be there in Bengal. Okay. And we don't refer to her as Mamata Banerjee. We refer to her as Didi in Bengal. Let me finish, Shiv. Just give me 1 minute. We refer to her as Didi in Bengal. You have to understand the personal connotation to it. We treat her like a family member here. And we have a saying in Bengal.
You're proving my point, Riju.
Didi ache, which exactly means when all hope is lost, there is Didi there. And she will uphold the law of the land and she will maintain peace and harmony. So when it comes to elections in 21, who do you think the people will vote for? Somebody who's an outsider,
that's
or
fine.
Somebody who is
that
there
is for the
with them
voters.
always,
That is for the voters, Riju. I understand that. I understand that. My question was completely different. Tom, do you want to, since a specific mention was made of Modi ji and the others, do you want to respond to that? Then I'll bring the other guests in.
Well, this is a very strange logic. By calling somebody Didi or Auntie or Uncle, that means the voter is to turn around. You're dealing with a very intelligent Bengali crowd, and they know the best fish when they see one. And let me tell you, they look for development. And they have seen the law and order situation. People just get hung on the trees and no postmortem, and then you have to go to the court for getting postmortem. You're talking about law and order, tranquility, peace. I mean, that's all forgotten there. Appeasement is the order of the day. And when you talk about this vote or that vote, Didi can stay in Calcutta, that's fine. There's no objection to it. But we will bring development to the state of West Bengal. We will bring peace to the state of West Bengal. Law and order will prevail. We will not have these goons of the district committee transferred and grafted by the Communist Party, they have got into the TMC. So, sorry, we will give a stable government to the state of West Bengal.
This is, Riju and Tom, this is not a debate, gentlemen, about the campaign for Bengal. I was talking more about...
You started it, Aroor. You said it's a connection with Bengal. I had to leave the way to prove this.
I completely admit, sir, I am guilty as charged on that. I am merely saying that this was not a debate about which is the better party for Bengal. This was a debate about the connection with Hyderabad. Abid Rasool Khan, to bring you back in on this. Before I go to Abid Rasool Khan, let me just remind our viewers about the kind of firepower that the BJP has actually deployed in this. Because this is stunning. This is stunning. Apart from the Prime Minister himself, every other top gun of the BJP has been deployed for campaigning in Hyderabad. Take a look at this. Hyderabad Civic polls. Amit Shah is going to be there a couple of days from now. He's going to hold a road show. BJP President JP Nadda is going to be there, fresh off the Bihar victory. Yogi Adityanath, star campaigner for the BJP in states across the country. He's even been in Karnataka in 2018. He's going to be there in Telangana for a municipal election. Smriti Irani was already there a couple of days ago. Devendra Fadnavis from Maharashtra is arriving. Then you've got star campaigners like Gautam Gambhir, Saina Nehwal and Khushbu Sundar. So, Abid Rasool Khan, the BJP is not holding back on this. And the BJP's you may say that the BJP has fought this election before. They won only 2 corporation seats, etc. But, the last election and this election, you will admit, Abid Rasool Khan, are very, very different.
Yeah, Shiv, the fact is that BJP is desperate. BJP knows that they are not going to perform well in this election. They are trying their best to do better. I definitely appreciate their efforts and I have nothing against it. But the fact remains that the people of Telangana are aligned, are totally in favor of TRS. Our leader, Mr. KCR, has done a lot of work for the vulnerable section, poor section. The pensions come to their homes, water comes to their home, electricity uninterrupted for the last 6 years. And in the flood, we have given 10,000 rupees and 50,000 rupees to all the people before it was stopped on a petition by BJP and Congress. And we have promised to give them after the election. Not a rupee was given to us by the center in the floods. The discrimination is very clear. When there are floods in Karnataka, they give 700 crores on a letter. And when we have requested for some funds for the last 3 weeks or 4 weeks, not a single rupee has been given. Even after this, we are surviving, we are fighting, and we are working for the people. Now the people would like to definitely vote for the party which is with them and which has been with them and will continue to vote. On the other hand, we have seen that what Mr. Tom has said, we are fighting a war. I think the leaders of the party have taken it very seriously and they are talking of bombing and they are talking of surgical strike on Hyderabad, which I definitely don't understand the language. Are they going to hit the old city with planes and bombs in the coming days? I really can't understand what language. Then they have the young leader, Mr. MP from Bangalore, barging into university without a permission, breaking the wall and breaking the gate to enter the university. So this is all ruffianism. This is all something which we have not seen in Hyderabad.
Okay.
Hyderabad is a very cosmopolitan city. It doesn't have these type of culture. We love our brothers, Hindu, Muslim, live together. They are happy and they are very contented with what we have here. And as a matter of fact, lakhs of people from North India who have come to work here have adopted Hyderabad as the city.
Okay.
That itself proves that the city is a place where all these things will not be taken seriously and the people will vote for progress and development.
I'll let Tom answer that right after I play for you. Tom, Abid Rasool Khan has basically said this is all of this, the big guns, the high voltage rhetoric is all a sign of the desperate BJP. I'll let you answer that. But just to top off what Abid Rasool Khan has said, I want to play for our viewers what I couldn't play for you before. Owaisi's latest attack. Remember, one point that I keep mentioning is the highly dramatized kind of face-off between Owaisi and the BJP. It's almost like a daily kind of tutu meme between the two, leading people to wonder whether there is a bigger kind of metaphor at play here, pointed at a future election. Here's the latest exchange that happened today.
ब्रांड हैदराबाद को बचाने के लिए बीजेपी की जमानत को जब्त करेंगे इंशाअल्लाह ताला और बीजेपी की शिकस्त यकीनी है। अरे तुम नरेंद्र मोदी को बुला के कैंपेन करो, चलो पुराने शहर में देखिए क्या होता है। बुलाओ वज़ीर आज़म को, बुलाओ और कैंपेन कराओ, बताएंगे तुमको ये क्यों बुला रहे हैं लोगों को। बुलाओ, तुम्हारा असल जो चेहरा है, बुलाओ मोदी को बुलाकर मुकाबला कराओ, लगाओ मोदी की मीटिंग है, देख लो कितनी सीट तुम जीतते यहाँ पर।
हार के डर से अपने होश हवास खो बैठता है जब कोई आदमी अपने करप्शन को छुपाने के लिए झूठ बोलने का सहारा लेता है। भारतीय जनता पार्टी के कार्यकर्ता इस भ्रष्ट निकम्मी सरकार को बदलने के लिए पर्याप्त हैं। केसीआर जी, होश में आओ, तेलंगाना की जनता आपसे आपकी करप्शन का हिसाब मांग रही है, उसको जनता के सामने रखो।
Tom, respond to what Abid Rasool Khan says. BJP is desperate and the rhetoric is unwelcome.
We have great respect for the people of Telangana and their sufferings. The floods have shown it. Now they are offering 20,000 litre free water for households. Now pray, what is this supposed to be? We will offer them water 24 hours. But the point is these are bounties that are being offered. And why are they offering it? Because they have not delivered. And what is the Kalva Kuntia family rule? And look at their assets and look at the situation Telangana is. He talked about the municipality being the richest. Let me tell you, the party, whoever wins this election will have a problem paying salaries. And he's telling a white lie on television that they are funded and they are well off. The reality is the funds have not come and they are worried that if the funds don't come from the administration, that is the current dispensation, the DINAS, the municipality will collapse. That is their master plan.
Okay.
And he tells us that everything is well. The Kalvakuntriya family's assets needs to be examined. They are 100 times richer than they came in.
Riju, you wanted to come in on the, on the war between the BJP and the TRS also. There are echoes there as well, Riju. It's not just me. I am not even a political journalist. My specialization is defense. But I have seen a lot of people comment on how the BJP versus KCR kind of the narrative that's playing out has a very direct echo in the narrative against Mamata in Bengal. You heard some of that in what Tom Vadakan just said.
Yes, I agree to Shiv what you're saying, that it is going to echo in Bengal. But the thing is, I want to reply Mr. Vadakan when he said about law and order and development and everything that BJP is promising the people of Bengal. First of all, sir, in 25 years, Gujarat, you have developed so much that when Mr. Trump came, you had to build walls to hide the poor people of your state. So please don't patronize on development. For your kind information, just today afternoon, Mamata Banerjee declared 5 lakh rupees health insurance for every resident of Bengal. That is 10 crore people, paperless, cardless, cashless, 5 lakh rupees insurance, health insurance, which is also applicable in private hospitals for every resident of Bengal. So don't patronize about us about development. And regarding law and order, all the BJP-run states are running riot with violence. Rapes are on an all-time high, and you are talking about law and order in Bengal. That's just to reply to you, sir. Now talking about Tutu Meme, what Shiv has just said about Mr. Owaisi and the BJP regime which is there fielding this election, Tutu Meme only happens between two people who are very, very close to each other. So we have understood this drama, and people of Bengal, like you said, sir, is very politically intelligent, but they vote from their heart. We know what has happened in Bengal, and we will not let it happen. What has happened in Bihar, we will not let it happen, replicate in Bengal.
Okay, there's still 6 months left for that campaign, and that itself is escalating. I have 1 minute left, and I'm going to give the last word to Kalyani Shankar, who's been waiting patiently. Ma'am, the momentum of the BJP post-Bihar, we're seeing it escalate with each passing day. We've got a big election season coming up, in just 6 months from now as well. How do you see this playing out?
Well, you see, that is the reason why BJP is making make it such a big thing about winning the municipal corporation election of all the things. So, but the one problem BJP has is, there are two cult figures. One is Prime Minister Modi, and as far as the state is concerned, KCR also has become a cult figure there. BJP has not developed second-rang leaders at all. So in that respect, even Owaisi, he is very well known for the Hyderabadi people actually. So only in that sense, I think BJP doesn't have, even Congress doesn't have any good face. So, and coming back to your Bengal question, I think what BJP wants to show to the other 4 states also, which are going for elections like Tamil Nadu, Kerala, and Puducherry.
Yes.
So they just want to tell them this will give a moral boost to the workers. After all, they are the workers who go to the polling booth, take the people to the polling booth and look after them. So it will give a very great moral boost to the workers, and that is why I think they're putting all their eggs in Telangana now.
Okay, very interesting, very important. Like I said when I began this show, this is not speculation. There are very real reasons to believe that this is not just about the Hyderabad election, and there's nothing wrong with that. Tom said, we always make these big master plans as journalists. Not for a moment am I saying there's something wrong. It was just an interesting thing that I thought I would discuss this evening on Newstrack, and it was really a pleasure. Thank you very much to all of you for joining me here on the Newstrack. Thank you.